get up to leave the
You lied. That's it. You lied.
corruption. Sarah reporter reported the story where his staff was caught with money.
In continuation of the charade that they've started against Mr. Sowore since 1989, they filed a 3-count amended charge.
Guys, welcome back again. So on this particular one, we'll be talking about Peter Obi and lawyer Deji Adeyanju. So Peter Obi, who warned the lawyer Deji Adeyanju few days ago to retract his defamatory statement against him, has finally sued him because he refused to retract it, stating that Peter Obi should meet him in court. And a matter not funny, lawyer Adedeji, whatever they call him, is already in tears because he knows what is coming his way is very, very serious, and obedience out there are not also taking it lightly with him because they are in support of Peter Obi. This guy called lawyer Deji Adeyanju don't come out. They make a lot of statements, a lot of defamatory statements against Peter Obi and against the people of Ndibo. So on this one, Peter Obi don't already sue him because according to him, all that he said was false and against his personality. Meanwhile, Mama P don't come out to defend Peter Obi, and other obedience are also in support because this guy made a lot of statements that Peter Obi even went as far as trying to bribe him, which according to him he rejected. And we all know that Peter Obi does not play dirty politics to that extent, making some statement also that Peter Obi's sister was caught with a large amount of money, and Peter Obi was not able to explain the incident according to him. And Peter Obi don't want to talk, say this statement you make, retract them or except say you won't make her sue you. And the big man no agree retract them. Boom, Peter Obi don't sue him. Right now he's in tears. I go play the first video of Mama P criticizing lawyer Deji Adeyanju. Then I go bring you the next video of the man himself, lawyer Adedeji, the mumu lawyer, where we say he just they go up and down the mumu in life, because according to waiting we don't hear, APC don't pay him to they go about the spoil other political party. Meanwhile, in this same video, I'm going to be playing the next video of Sowore in court. Sowore was once in court again, and it was all just but a waste of time because the Inspector General of Police, Agbetokun, has no, any credible evidence or issue against him. So the issue was just on a baseless ground, and it began. Sowore returns victorious. Oyana, watch this first video of Mama P criticizing lawyer Adedeji before I bring you the next video of the lawyer, trying to defend himself in a video that is already circulating everywhere.
His explanation to me in his defense was that he had resigned from the company before he became a governor. I was flabbergasted. I couldn't just wait to get up to leave the place.
You lied. That's it. You lied. It's a lie. There's nobody that has ever met Peter Obi and did not want to beat him again and again. You lied. A fat lie. That being said, Deji Adeyanju, you have never supported any political party. These PDP boys don't cease to amaze me. You have never supported any political party. Piaro. Oh, precious God. I actually wanted to do this video shouting, telling you my leader, I'm disappointed in you, but now on the second thought, now prayers we owe you. Now prayers, all of us go gather pray for you. Whatever that thing, that hate is in your heart, God need to purge it away. Because this one here, Chris, this level of anger, now be waiting that the co-assistance, Chris. How can you hate a man that has done nothing to you this much? For the government that have ruined millions of lives, you don't have a problem with them. You people, I don't know, but you never cease to amaze me. Obi offered you bribe. It Obi is a talk another thing. Obi does not give shish. People that know him, even his enemies, and they watch this video, they will laugh at you. See the moment we say no, Deji did not try. We all know this man gives no shishi. You went there sit down with for 2 hours. Campaign period 2023. They didn't even have time to sit with his team members for 2 hours. Sat with Deji. God will heal all of you. Token children, God will heal you people. You told Peter Obi, I triple dare him to sue me. And Okute said, alright. Off we go. You go bring evidence from 2022. They wait till they come. Nobody has monopoly of madness. Said the man they keep on quiet. Don't me say people mumu. And then also you become as restless as an hyena. Everywhere interview. No beg. Sorry, no beggar for you. If you say no beggar for you, I feel beggar more. That's it. Oh God, guys, I'll be right back.
Alright guys, welcome back again. I believe you listen to Mama P, and that is still the fact. Peter B is one man that anytime you meet him, you want to meet him again, and I'm sure that all that lawyer Deji said was all false, was all a lie against him, trying to blackmail him out there and paint him black. I don't know why everyone is just so focused on bringing one man down. If Peter B is not a political threat to them and their evil or the evil that they do for office, why would they be so focused on fighting him and trying to make the minds of Nigerians against him? This is to tell you that okay, P2B knows something that they don't, that probably is holding them somewhere. Because if P2B was corrupt as lawyer Adedeji pointed out in this video I'm going to play you, then P2B would have been behind bar by now. And we all know that Nigerian government wouldn't have taken it easy on him because he has constantly opposed all the things that they do wrong in government. Oh yeah, now let's see to waiting the Mumu lawyer talk, and I go bring you the next video of Sowore in court.
In the wake up to the 2023 general election, because I'm not political, I'm just expressing my thoughts about why the opposition should come together and unite against the criminal APC and roguish APC government that always rig elections. That if the opposition is divided, that there's no way they can win. I was just expressing my political thoughts and views. The idea of the Obi candidacy excited me, and I said, but that he needed the buy-in of Atiku and Kwankwaso. I even urged Kwankwaso to deputize Obi. I urged Atiku to step down for Peter Obi, and all that. So in the process of that analysis, just expressing my views, I also said the fact that Atiku has been running for president in perpetuity, that he cannot continue to run. I was just expressing my views as a Nigerian. So then Peter Obi all of a sudden started trying to reach out to me to meet me. But at that time I was out of the country. I think I was in Dubai or somewhere. So, but he was persistent in reaching out to me. And I was avoiding him. But, I didn't want to see him because I didn't want it to look like, because I've expressed my views, which seems to be like almost in his favor, he now wants to see me and corner me to be one of his supporters. Because I don't want to support any politician because I'm not partisan. Because some people had already started even resigning from activism and joining him. So I didn't want to join his bandwagon, but I was excited by the idea of Peter Obi because, of course, Southeast have not produced a president in a very long time, except after post-independence anyway. So I was excited. So subsequently, I made some further views, and this time around, he was more persistent. So one of his aides, a journalist, reached out to me. So we subsequently met. And I said, yes. He commended me for some of my views and all that and said that it would be exciting to work together. I said, I'm not working with anybody. But I now made some observations about the things that he has been accused of doing in the past. Corruption. Sarah reporter reported the story where his staff was caught with money. He tried to explain it, but I was not satisfied. Then I also raised the issue about these issues of him using state resources in Anambra to invest in his family business. His explanation to me in his defense was that he had resigned from the company before he became a governor. I was flabbergasted. I couldn't just wait to get up to leave the place. I'm like, how can a man that wants to be president of Nigeria not see the clear abuse? You understand? That he has abused his office to do such a thing. He was justifying it. He didn't see anything wrong in it. I was completely disgusted. So eventually I didn't want to disrespect him, so I wanted to leave. And then he got into, because we're like in the living room, it's like a suite. Then he got into a room and said, oh, please, he's coming. That he wants to go inside the room and he has something for me. So he brought one envelope or something like that. And said, no, this is just a small thing. It's just for coming, blah, blah, blah. I said, I laughed. I said, that means you don't know me. I said, and you are friends with Mimiko, former Governor Mimiko and others. There are people that I was close to. You will have asked them about me. If we do anything, it's because of conviction. It's even me that will bring out of my money and support you. So he kept insisting that it's not like that, it's not what I'm thinking. I said, God forbid, I left. So, however, I never revealed what happened to anyone. So I remember vividly, he went to, was it Egypt, to inspect some power something. At the peak of the Ekiti election, when his candidate in the Labour Party was running. So I criticized and said, you should be in Ekiti and not in Egypt. And I said, because you want to be president, you must go and campaign for your candidate and try to win. His aides, some of these young boys that are around him, started insulting me that the reason why I'm criticizing him now is because that I was saying that he was okay, he was good. That the reason why I'm criticizing him now is that I brought a proposal to him and I demanded, is it 200 million or something? And that he told me that. I said, me? And these are his close aides. So they started doing that. So I said, oh, because I had observed the pattern about them, that they terrorize people online, insult people, slander people. His mob, his obedient mob were practically uncontrollable during the last election. So I said, okay, so these people do not even want dissent of any kind of criticism of their candidate of any kind. I said, okay, I'm not going to even leave Tinubu alone and now face them, because we cannot have a situation in our country or in our polity where political extremism becomes the order of the day. And Nigerians are living witnesses to the things that eventually happened to the build-up of the last election. We have never had this kind of toxic political experience. Aside the Buharis, after the Buharis, the obedient mob is the most toxic political movement that we have ever witnessed in this country. They threaten Supreme Court judges, Court of Appeal Court judges, threatening artists, threatening Professor Wole Soyinka, insulted everybody in this country because of Peter. And so, what are the things I said? Everything I said is true. In a civil suit or criminal suit of defamation, justification, truth is a defense. What are the things I said? I said he's a political fraud, that he's parading himself as a messiah. Of course he is a political fraud. Didn't he swear that he will never leave Abga? That any day he leaves Abga, let something which I won't want to say on TV. Then he left Abga. The only thing that I forgot to say, among the things that he should now add to his defamation suit, is that he's a political prostitute. Hobnobbing. And look at what he said about the people that he wanted to defeat in the last election. He said they operate a structure of criminality, but today he's with them. He has one leg in PDP, they are discussing with him, another leg in ADC, and he's still a member of Labour Party. Confused politician. So he should do his worst.
Listening to that man, you can just see that, okay, all he's doing is a clear, there's no evidence, just an envy from nowhere, because Peter B is doing well, because Peter B has the backing of the obedience. According to him, he made some retrogressive statement that obedience movement is one of the most toxic movements ever, one of the worst movements that's ever existed in Nigeria, because according to him, they are not ready to listen to what other people are saying. The fact remains that P2B remains the most credible, most trustable candidate that Nigerians need. A person, a great economist that will take this country out of its present mess. And because they are against the good of the Nigerians, they are fighting Peter Obi. And it is high time all of us who are obedient, Nigerians in particular, come out to support Peter Obi and know that, okay, if this Peter Obi is so bad as they said, why are they focusing all their energy in fighting him? This would say that, okay, P2B movement is something that cannot be stopped, and I just thank God that obedience are always active anytime, any day, to defend their own. You understand the matter? Now, Sowore issue over time has always lingered since 1998, when he started the blast, government wrongdoings and all of that. Since then, he's been sleeping in police, like as though police now in second home or na in best place to be. They keep on arresting him because they're trying to silence his voice. And Nigeria as it is now, once you just know that okay, this is wrong, and you start speaking and criticizing it, other people who are enjoying it or benefiting from the corrupt system will not want you to continue. They could just try to suppress your voice and all of that. So Inspector General of Police, the illegal inspector who has served above 35 years, is the one frontlining this particular issue, trying to silence Sowore, whom all of us know that is not going to be possible. Now, watch the video and see the moment he was in court and what he had to say, because of course they have no issues against him. They have no strong case against him other than to waste his time, waste taxpayers' money in the name of arraigning Sowore over and over again. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. Subscribe to this channel and also stay tuned, because after this we'll still elaborate more on the issue of Peter Obi and lawyer Adedeji.
As usual, the police IG and his stooges came to court today to waste our time, taxpayers' money, and to embark on frivolities and waste of treasure taxpayers' money. In continuation of the charade that they've started against Mr. Sowore since 1989, they filed a 3-count amended charge accusing Mr. Sowore of publishing a police wireless report. But principally, the major grounds of the police IG was the protests that Mr. Sowore and some retired police officers held in demanding for better welfare for the Nigerian police force. They also accused him of making publications about, in quotes, the mistress of the IG. There were 3-count charges filed by officers and lawyers in the office of the IG. We have informed them that those charges are incompetent. The charges are unlawful, and they are just mere attempts at wasting our time, their time, and more importantly, taxpayers' money on frivolities. We filed an objection where we have informed the police IG that the police IG has no power under the Police Act of 2020 to use his office to fight for personal vendetta. The petitioner, the nominal complainant in this 3-count charge that we came to court for today, is Yemisi Kuti, the alleged mistress of the police IG. She is a principal staff to the IG and an officer in the Nigerian police force. The Police Act clearly forbids any police officer serving or retired from using the instrumentalities of the office of the police force to fight for personal vendetta and as a means of settling personal score. The instant charge today is an example of such an abuse of prosecutorial powers. Section 174 sub 3 of the Constitution stipulates that any charge to be filed in court must be in compliance with equity and the interest of justice. This particular requirement of Section 174(3) is lacking in the charge that was filed by the IG. This is a clear attempt at scuttling and shrinking the civic space in Nigeria. We join Nigerians all over the world to condemn this instant charge as a misfit, as a misuse, as an abuse of power, and we have asked the court to quash the charge. There is even no need by a plethora of authorities decided by Nigerian Supreme Court. There is no basis for entering a plea in a defective charge as what we have in court today. And we have informed the court that we are not going to take any plea on this inherently defective charge. These charges, as they are presently constituted, must be quashed. The court must throw away the charge without wasting further the Nigerian taxpayers' money. And we have also enjoined the judge, because the police regulations and acts, which is the Bible of the Nigerian police force and its officers today, clearly prohibits and recommends that an officer who uses the instrumentalities of his office to pursue and prosecute personal grievances that such an officer must be recommended to the appropriate authority for sanction, because such an act is an act of indiscipline that violates the police code. So we are urging the court to mandate the lawyer of the police force, who is also a police officer, to recommend to the appropriate authority, to recommend that both Fola Kuti, Yemisi Kuti, the IG, and other officers in the police force who have abused these particular provisions that we have accentuated in the charge, that such officers must be recommended for appropriate disciplinary actions. This is what we're asking the court, and this is what the law requires of his lordship.
So fast forward to 2025, already different political parties are already gathering support, they're already gaining momentum against 2027, yes, which is the general election, when Nigerians get to decide who becomes their next leader. You understand that the matter where they are at hand. So, like, many people are already campaigning seriously, especially against Peter Obi, who seems to be their biggest threat as it stands now. So Peter Obi over time has always been their biggest threat because he has all it takes. He has the people's backing. He has the Nigerian hearts, at hand, and all of that. Nigerians know that, okay, this is the person, this is the right man for the job. You understand? And because of that, a lot of factions are out there fighting him. Look at what is happening in the Labour Party. Adedeji, who claims not to be political, is even out there also supporting the APC and all of that. He has been in PDP before. Like you see, rightfully so, Mama P showing his pictures and all of that, where he wanted to contest for some political parties and some candidates whom he endorsed. Coming out to say that P2B is a fraudster, P2B is this and P2B is that, just tells you the level of hatred he has for Peter Obi, the level of, how much they have paid him to just go out there and spoil the name of Peter Obi. But I just think that in all of this, Nigerians and obedient people know the truth. I mean, we work by track record. The track records are there. What P2B has done over the years is there. It's not hidden. P2B over the years has established himself as one of the most trustable politicians, someone who has the backing of the people, someone who has the heart of the people, understands the people, he knows what to do, to take us out of the present mess which we are in. This administration so far has done nothing other than to even induce us and put us in more perpetual debt. Today, Nigeria has been ranked, among top 10 nations when it comes to debt and all of that. Diseases, infirmities, everything, corruption at its peak, and Tinubu is going up and down saying that there's no corruption in Nigeria. Why is he saying that? Why is it that this government is praising themselves and saying they have done a lot? Why the citizens are suffering and saying otherwise? If you have done a lot, then let the citizens feel the impact of your governance. And they are the one that can tell that, okay, things are actually fine, like you have said, granting interviews and going from one country to another and claiming that everything is all right.